Can you believe an illiterate girl from the lowest caste, sold into marriage at the age of 11, raped, beaten, and abandoned by society, would one day become the most feared bandit in India, and later a member of parliament? This is not a movie. This is the real story of Phoolan Devi. Many people know her name, few know her pain, and almost no one understands why Phoolan Devi became a bandit. Was she a criminal? Or was she a victim, forced to pick up a gun by a brutal society? Today, we tell her story, not as fiction, but as history. Phoolan Devi was born in 1963 in Uttar Pradesh, India, into extreme poverty and a lower caste family. She could not read, she could not write, and in her world, that meant she had no protection. At just 11 years old, her father married her off to a 40-year-old man named Putti Lal in exchange for a cow and a bicycle. He already had 2 wives. By day, Phoolan was beaten and overworked by her co-wives. By night, her husband released his rage on her. This was not marriage, it was imprisonment. One day, the violence reached its limit. Phoolan was beaten and thrown out of the house. Homeless and helpless, she fell into the hands of 2 upper caste men, Thakurs. What followed was not just abuse, but repeated sexual violence. And the most painful truth? No one helped her. Not society, not the police, not the law. Then, fate intervened. One night, the lock of her cell was left open. Phoolan escaped and fled into the dangerous Chambal ravines. There, she joined the bandit gang of Baba Mustaqim, a man so feared that even powerful landlords trembled. This is where a broken girl began transforming into a rebel. In her own words, Phoolan said, "To survive my burning desire for revenge, I first learned to curse like men. Then I learned to ride horses. Then I learned to fire a rifle." This was not passion, this was survival. After Baba Mustaqim was killed by police, Vikram Malla became the gang leader and Phoolan's lover. When Vikram was murdered by rival bandits, Phoolan Devi took command. She became known as the Queen of Bandits. In 1981, history was rewritten in blood. Phoolan Devi dragged 24 Thakur men out of their mansions. Gunshots echoed. 22 were killed. To the world, it was a massacre. To Phoolan, it was justice. She later said, "I took revenge for the gang rapes committed against me." Her life shocked the world. Dozens of books were written about her. The most famous, Bandit Queen by Mala Sen, was translated into 27 languages and adapted into a film by Shekhar Kapoor. Phoolan herself narrated her life story in My Life, which sold over 700,000 copies worldwide. An American writer called her India's Robin Hood because she robbed oppressors, not the poor. In 1983, unable to defeat her, the Indian government negotiated her surrender. Phoolan spent 11 years in prison. In 1994, she was released. And then, the impossible happened. The same woman once labeled a criminal was elected as a member of the Indian Parliament. Her victory was not political, it was symbolic. On July 25, 2001, at 2:20 p.m., outside her residence, 3 masked men shot Phoolan Devi dead. The killer, Shamsher Singh Rana, claimed he was avenging the 1981 massacre. But the bigger question remains, was this revenge or the silencing of a voice that challenged caste oppression? Phoolan Devi was not just a woman, she was a warning, a mirror held up to a cruel society. History proves one thing: when a woman rises against oppression, empires shake. The only condition is this: she must realize her power. If you believe stories like this must be told, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Was Phoolan Devi a criminal or a victim of society?